and then hopefully maybe play against Virginia Tech a week from Saturday at Virginia Tech. This week really doesn't change his routine at all. He's on his routine with Mark Armour, our trainer. They're doing a great job with him, and he's getting close.
When you do get him back, how do you? We saw so little of him, and I know you saw even little of him in the preseason because he was slow to get back from the first foot injury. How do you see him slotting in to what you guys have been doing, especially what you've been doing lately, really well?
Well, I think he's one of our better defenders, and so I think we've been really good defensively. I think it makes us even better. Gives us more depth defensively, and I think he showed the ability to stretch the court from three a little bit and can score on putbacks, and he's really tremendous runner, straight line runner. He can get to the rim in transition. So I think he brings a lot of added things to our team that we saw some glimpses of early, but haven't had for a long time. And I know we're excited to get him back. He's excited to get back, and I know his teammates are excited to get him back, to have him come back as well.
We'll go to Mark Berman.
Good morning. Obviously, this was a rough non-conference season for the ACC. Why do you think that turned out to be the case?
Got to win games. I mean, look at I'm just going to address our situation. I mean, we got a great win over Michigan, and then we lost a tough Florida on a neutral. We beat Minnesota on a neutral, and then we lost two road games at Xavier and Texas A&M. It's hard places to play. So we challenged ourselves and would like to want one or two more, but we didn't. And so ultimately, it just comes down to winning. We played a couple hard exhibition or scrimmage type games. In October, we played Alabama, we played West Virginia. And so we challenged ourselves, because we felt like we had that kind of team. I think moving forward, to help, there's so much emphasis on November, which I understand, that we should be playing more in October. Being limited to two scrimmages, I mean, to me, doesn't really make any sense. I mean, we should be able to play every weekend if we want. If we want to go play High Point or Greensboro or whatever, I don't see the harm in that. We're not missing class. And you're learning more about your team playing against other people, especially when November is really important. And so that's not just for us, or it's for everybody, every team out there. And because of our rosters changing, I think too, you got to win those money games. You can't lose those. That hurts your league as well. And so it's just a matter of winning. And we've had our opportunities, and we didn't, for the most part, didn't get it done. And so, now we got to play it out. We got to play out this league, and some teams are going to play really good early, maybe not so much late. And so we'll see how this progresses as we go through. Some teams will get better as the season goes. Some teams will be really good all the way through. And so we got limited opportunities now, non-conference, probably none. And so we just have to play it out.
How much do you worry now that, because that non-conference season turned out that it's going to be another five-bid league in March?
I don't worry about it. I play the next game. I mean, it's insanity to start this conversation now. It's insanity for anybody to be talking about this on January 7th or whatever. What is today? I don't even know what day. I was out recruiting. I just got back. 6th. It's not worth talking about. We have to just continue to play and win games and then see what happens in the end. That what has happened has happened. We've discussed that. I get it. I'm aware of it. But no. We have to, Wake Forest, worry about playing Miami on Saturday.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go next to David Teal.
Steve, after two double-digit league wins last week, do you feel like you're playing the best ball you have this season to date?
Yeah, it's kind of what I was talking about. I feel like we got off to kind of a slow start, even though we got a big win in the first week against Michigan. We weren't very good offensively. but we've gotten better. And, you know, David, if you go back and look at our numbers, starting December 7th when we played Boston College, you know, we've played Boston College, James Madison, Clemson, Syracuse, and NC State. You know, we're shooting 48% from the field now as a team in league play, 37, 38 from three, 75 from the line. Those are winning numbers. And we're still defending at a high level. So to answer your question, I do think we're beginning to play better. And you know, we would like to have played better coming out of the gate, no question. To go back to the question before, we had opportunities to win, to have some bigger wins and even to add on to the Michigan win, but we didn't get it done. And so now you just have to continue to play better. And I think that we are, and I'm hopeful that when, Omaha comes back, that'll help us even more because he was a pretty instrumental piece in us beating Michigan. And so, yeah, I like where we're at. We've had a lot of practice time. The other thing, we didn't have a lot of practice time in November. We played 10 games in a month. I had like 16 practices. And, people say, well, you had the fall to figure that out. No, you don't know a lot about your team till the bullets start flying. And, some of the things that you thought were going to work didn't work. And you need time a little bit sometimes to work and work those things out. I do think finals week was good for us. The break over Christmas was good for us. And I think this week, we're off again. And so we don't play till Saturday. So we're going to continue to bring them in here and work. We don't start school until a week from today. And so we go twice today, take tomorrow off. We'll go really hard on Wednesday, twice on Thursday, practice on Friday, and go to Miami and get ready for a hard game on Saturday.
Did you anticipate that this group would be as good as it is defensively? I mean, you're top 30 Ken Palm in efficiency.
Well, something we put a lot of emphasis on, David, we weren't, I think we were top 50 last year, something close, but we wanted to get better. So we spent a lot of time on it. I anticipated us to be pretty good defensively. I anticipated us to be a lot better offensively early. And it just didn't go that way. And so, I feel like we've worked through a lot of those issues, continue to work on them. But, I think the guys have they did a really good job in the summer and the fall, buying in. But we had to change some things defensively when the season started. We were doing a lot of switching early, and that wasn't working good for us, And so, again, just finding your team a little bit more as you can move forward on not only on offense, but on defense as well.
And we'll wrap it up. Go back to Connor O'Neill.
Steve, maybe I'm jumping the cart in front of the horse here a little bit, but have you had a chance to see Miami and what they've looked like post Jim Larrañaga's resignation, and are they playing any differently than what you've seen in the past years?
Probably have to call me Thursday. I'm a routine guy. I went, we had a nice win Saturday. I was out of state yesterday recruiting. I got back in this morning. We had film of the game NC State when I got here. We're going to work out this afternoon, take tomorrow off, work on us on Wednesday. Our routine has always been 48 hours before. We put the scout in, and I'll watch film, up and before that, obviously. But I do know, I've known Bill a long time. A good guy, like him. He's been a head Division I coach. Courtney, was Coach Larrañaga's right-hand man. Pack kid, what's his name? Cleveland, good players. So we gotta be ready to play. It's a road game. And so I haven't honestly, I haven't watched him play. I haven't watched play this year, but I will now that I'm back in town.
I'll give you a call Thursday. Thank you.
I'm sure you will.
Steve, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got Mark Madsen from Cal.